The next show we're going to be talking about is CHRONOS Ruler, Jikan no Shihaisha.
I feel like Centaur life all over again. I really do. It just seems like there was wasted potential on this. I don't know. So, I mean, you watched the first episode on this one, right?
Yeah.
What did you think? Okay, just like with Iman, as far as that goes, I'll just say this right from the get-go. I think the pacing was just all over the damn place.
Yeah, it was a mess.
Especially the end.
Yeah, it's... okay. As far as animation and technical aspect, the 3D looks good.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. That's saying something. Usually I have an issue when it comes to 3D animation and everything.
Yeah.
I didn't even mind it. But that's because it was only during certain things. They didn't overuse it. They only did it during certain scenes and whatnot, and I appreciated that.
Yeah, and it matched. It's not like Handshakers where they just barf up shiny metal everything and just spin you around like a hurricane or throwing garbage at you. It's they're running, well, not running through the streets, but like hopping from building to building through the streets, and you actually get to see cool angles while they're doing that. The monster that they looked like a mix between Venom and Hanzo's arm from Naruto with all the eyeballs on it. Yeah. And I thought that was kind of cool, but there were certain parts in the anime where I don't think the monster was being held down, but he was just kind of standing over there just like letting people talk before he goes and like, y'all finished talking? Can I attack now? And I'm like, it was kind of weird. But overall the story is, it became epic at the end. Like, they hooked me at the end.
It did, but like, God, that pacing.
Yeah.
Pacing. And then to throw in, like, just randomly, just absolutely randomly. You know, they're like, from that entire thing, and they never corrected her on it. She kept going, oh, you two are brothers, you're the older brother, yada, yada, yada. And then just as like a literal last line, you find out he's the father and it's dad, and you're like, wait, what? I'm sorry. And they're like, end. And you're like, no. What are you... No. Stop it. We're gonna throw... But, and the casual way in which he said it, too, I'm like, are you serious? You're gonna throw, like, a bombshell on somebody and then just have it be casual, be like, oh, no, he's not my brother, he's my father. And, what? Stop. God.
Yeah.
Anyway, that just irked me to no end, I swear. It seriously did.
So, with me, I'm watching it and I'm like, so the show's like going all over the place. It's like, what is it? Oh, they did the same thing that Emon did in freaking Spirit Pack. It's like, he's fighting a monster and then this girl just wanders into the fight. They don't really acknowledge her. And then the dude gets all cocky and he's like, ha, I shall hear your screams of death any minute now.
Yeah.
Any minute now. And I'm like, what is he doing? Is he talking to her? Or is he bragging? And then his brother father comes out of nowhere and was like with a crowd of girls. He's like, hey girls, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, and he's like, why didn't you kill the monster? And I'm like, oh, they had something set up. Okay, nobody's talking to the girl. Like, did you not see her? And then the other dude points her out and then he finally talks to her. And when they go to like the cabaret, which I'm like, why are you taking this girl to a cabaret? And like kind of explain some backstory. I'm like, oh, okay. That's fine. And then they go start chasing again. And then like they start talking and leave the monster alone again. So I'm like, I hate when anime do that. Like everything's happening at the same time. You're fighting the dude and you're talking. You don't just stop fighting the dude and then go talk. It was weird. But as far as the characters go, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I like the way that the two brothers at first were like interacting, and I'm like, it was kind of weird, like how I feel like they should have earned it a bit more. How when he just used his ultimate power all of a sudden and like lost a chunk of his memories, and the way that he was acting, I couldn't tell what he was missing because I don't know him yet.
Yeah.
So
And then on top of that, it's like not only that, but you it's obvious that they want you to feel for the character.
mhm,
Like this is a pretty serious thing. He's losing, his life, his memories. Eventually it'll turn back too far, and just like that one woman, he'll just turn to dust, just like she did, kind of thing.
yeah,
And I get that. And honestly, when that girl did in the first episode, I felt more for her than I do for the brother father, as
Yeah.
far as that goes.
yeah,
And it's like, I know you're wanting us to feel in that same regards, but I just don't. I'm not invested in this character yet. I don't have, I don't know him. I don't feel for him. I don't. And to me, honestly, and I know it's just because they're wanting to showcase how young he is and his attitude, but his attitude just irks me more than anything else.
yeah. He was annoying, and I'm like, good, get away from me.
Yeah. So I'm just sitting here going like, if you're trying to go for this, I think you're going about it the wrong way,
Mhm,
as far as that goes. So,
yeah,
here again, just like with Iman, this Centaur Life, there was a lot of potential. They had created a very interesting world, and it's relatable in regards to the whole people wishing to turn back time.
mhm,
Like that is something I think everyone, and as we said in the preseason talk about this, everyone can have a relation to and think about and be able to identify with, is the idea that at one point in your life you've always said something about wanting to turn back time, wanting to, take back something that you did or said.
mhm,
And that's where these creatures come from, which is, and in my opinion, that's very cool.
mhm.
And to think that there is somebody out there actually fighting these creatures, again, awesome. I'm totally on board with that. But the way that it's just going about, I just, I almost feel like they're trying to take something akin to Full Metal Alchemist.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Kind of how the preparation and how they're searching for something and they're fighting in that same sense. You know what I mean? Because you got they're searching, they're questing, just like the Alrics were. They're both not quite how they used to be. They've gained
Yeah.
abilities, they've lost certain things, and they're just trying to get back what it was that they lost.
Yeah.
But it just does not have the same impact. The characters themselves do not have the same impact as it did in Full Metal Alchemist. So
Yeah, well, I think just like how Centaur should have been, this show should have started out with a crazy battle and then backtrack. Like backtrack to I hate how that's the trend where it's like, show me something cool to hook me in and then backtrack and slowly ramp back up to that. I hate that I keep using that again, but it's better than what some of these people are trying that's different, because you end up being lost.
yeah.
So I kind of wish that there was like this crazy battle and everything, and then
And see, I didn't even realize like what it was that they were doing until, because I didn't watch the whole of the second episode, but I watched most of it. And you end up they come across this huge one of those monsters, and they end up finding, because it was in it's a huge venom monster. But it was because they were in a town that allotted gambling, and there was so many people in that town that wanted that this creature came from it. But see, here's the thing. Then you end up finding out that creature that appeared is the same one that basically bit into his father, who's causing him to, and then they start going on like they want to kill him to try to gain back. Like, this was never explained, was never even detailed, and all of a sudden you're having to catch up and go, oh, this is what they're trying to do. They're trying to come and find this creature. But then for some reason this creature turns into a human. Yeah, like it was a big, and like unlike the other ones, it was a big white amorphous blob with eyes and stuff like that. And then when somebody apparently has control over him, didn't explain that either, but somebody apparently has control over him, and they called him back because all of a sudden, and here's another thing, there are more than just those two guys fighting these things.
Which I just automatically assumed that. I didn't.
You do, but it's never explained. Never explained. You don't know if is it just, but to see apparently this girl that is also fighting them knew of these guys, and all of a sudden I didn't watch any further because eventually I was just like, I can't anymore. But apparently she's claiming to be the father's wife. So now I'm like, wait, is this an organization, or is this all just in the family? So, I mean, it's like the more they try, the more questions you have, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, you keep backsliding and having to throw these stuff in to try to do explanation, but the more explanation you try to throw in there, the more questions you end up having.
Yeah.
And it's only because you started so far into it, and now everyone else is trying to catch up with what you saw or what you did. So I just, again, another show with wasted potential. With just bad writing as far as just the actual plot and pacing of it goes. Just, what's wrong with these people? Anyways.
Yeah. This would maybe a drop. All right.
He's not overpowered to be overpowered. He's overpowered because he got these abilities and he has the ability to reason and think outside the box and use them for...
This show is so cool that there's like all these amazing possibilities that are going off in my head, and I'm like, they're probably going to do something that I didn't even think about. So like, this show makes me excited